Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you a 1v1 matchup here on GSL Day Break, spawning in the lava-surrounded eastern part of the map is our blue Zerg player, Millennium Yogo, and his opponent here spawning on the western, but I said western, I make up words every single game I cast, it looks like, is going to be our green Zerg player Elroy ZVZ matchup, and it's kind of funny that the green Zerg player happens to spawn in the lush forest kind of place with oh, look at that, even a sheep, which I apparently can't click. That's just sad. Oh well. So ZVZ on a Zerg favored matchup, and in a Zerg, of course it's a Zerg favored matchup. The Zerg's always going to win in a ZVZ, but I meant to say a Zerg favored map, which is going to be advantageous for the Zerg player of our game, which is both of our players, so the advantage is 0. And yeah, 3 drones being made for both of them. Millennium Yogo, I've heard of him, but I've never actually seen a game of his played, so this is why I'm kind of excited about that. I was like, oh man, new player. I love casting new players I've never seen before. That's why I was also excited to cast the Vibe versus Inori game that I uploaded before I uploaded this video. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. Holy crap, that is a PVZ beyond belief. And we can see Yogo is going to go for a 15 hatch, which is an extremely risky move in ZVZ, but as we can see, there was a 14 hatch that went down for Elroye. So they're both doing the same build, and looks like none of them are going to try and punish them. Neither of them are going to try and punish them for going such an early expansion, and the extractor going down first for Elroye. Soon the spawning pool will go up in about now. See, it's like it's like I'm a psychic. I can see the future. What do we have here coming from Yogo? His spawning pool first, then extractor. So Elroye is favoring the quick speedling gas, and Yogo is, it's not going to be as fast, but he's probably going to get speed as soon as that spawning pool is finished. He'll have enough gas for it. So you know, it's just it's kind of dependent on the player whether they go extract first, then spawning pool, or spawning pool then extractor, so that they can get that speed. You know, if timed right, either way can work out perfectly fine for them. But you know, of course, as I say that, I look at Yogo's gas intake and the time of the spawning pool. I'm like, oh no, he's not going to get speed as fast as Elroye here. Elroye is just about 80 gas right now, so. And his expansion has finished up, as well as Yogo's. Queen is being made there, but 2 queens are being made for Yogo. So it looks like he held off on the queen here to just wait to get both queens at the same time. There it is. Okay, looks like I was looking at Elroy's production tab, so I was like, why isn't there any queen? Why is there 1 queen being made when I said there was 2? So I was a little confused there. And as you can see, we have Metabolic Boost being evolved right now for both of our players. Elroye just a bit ahead. He's like, let's see here. He's just like 43 seconds to 24, so it's like 20 seconds ahead. It's Blizzard seconds too, so that means like absolutely nothing. And Elroye looks like he's going to get ready to do some pressure. He's doing a Roach Warren right now, and this might be a Roachling all-in, but I'm not 100% sure. Yogo is also getting his Roach Warren as well. Just plop that down, actually in the same place that Elroye did, both next to their spawning pools. And look at this. I love this Vespian geyser on Daybreak. It looks like it just like burst out of the ground, just like, there's going to be StarCraft 2 here. It's like like the Vespian geyser has decided which part of the universe is going to be made, or which part of the universe battles are going to be taking place on. And this little creep spread here coming from Yogo is going to connect his hatches. Interesting, we see Elroye not opting for that. So I like that, because mainly that's with anti-air units. So if Yogo was going for some early meta harass, that would be great to get the queens over there as quick as possible. I'm not really sure how good queens are against what do you call those things? Mutalisks. So yeah, Evo Chamber going down for Yogo. He's going to try and do that classic Zerg wall off that we see is becoming actually very common now, where you put the Evo Chamber there and then the Spine Crawler right there. And Yogo, he's expecting pressure. He doesn't want to be the offensive player. He's a very polite man. He likes to make sure he's not offending anyone. That's not what I meant by offensive. he's going to play defensive. He doesn't feel like being very aggressive at all. Elroye, who's he kind of can seem like he's feigning aggression with, kind of his build, and I don't really know if it's a feign of aggression, but whatever it was that he did or even didn't do, Yogo is kind of interpreting it as possible pressure. So he was putting up those roaches on the ramp, and as we see scouting Lings coming in, they're going to, oh man, there's just a Ling running through the mineral line, being all happy free. He's like, I see drones. I did the Overmind good. I did my Queen of Blades good. Then all of a sudden he turns around, acid to the face, and then he's dead. It's like, ugh. That'd be a horrible way to die, acid to the face. As we see Lair coming up here for Yogo, and Elroy still opting just to stay on hatchery tech, and he's getting defensive as well, kind of just because he probably saw the number of roaches. Just like, oh, he might get a little aggressive here, but neither of them are doing anything. They're almost doing the exact same build. Just every now and then they're a little further behind them, a little behind by like seconds from either of them. And a second layer being researched. Interesting. I guess that's just in case that either of the hatcheries are taken out. He will still have that. Layer tech. And this queen, she's pissed off at the Overlord. Funny as seeing. Oh no, he did realize that was a mistake. And seeing as Overlords are like a massive, probably some sort of natural gas filled blimp, you can see they're kind of transparent on the side, so I'm gonna guess like they produce hydrogen some sort of way, and then they store it in these sacks. That's how they fly. So you'd think if a queen were to send a poison spike, as they're called, an acid spine at an Overlord, they kind of like pop and just fly all over the place. Sorry, I'm a biology major. I really like to think of stuff like that. Even though the Zerg doesn't exist IRL, I still like to think like, what if they did exist? That'd be pretty cool. And we can see that Yogo going for his third and Burrow. Elroy is responding with going for his third. Actually, it's the other way around. Yogo's responding to the third being taken, but he doesn't even know about the third, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, neither of them know about each other's third, just to be safe. Yep. And we can see that Overseer's coming in, and he is going to see the massive roach army here for Elroy, and they actually have about the same amount of roaches, but Elroy is in the lead with drones by 3 drones. In a mirror matchup, 3 drones, that doesn't seem like much, but in a mirror matchup, it is a world of difference. You want to make sure that you have more than your opponent. You want to make sure you have more, like either SCVs or drones or army and everything. And we can see here Yogo getting ready to do some aggression. Going to try and get sight and take out that queen. Poor queen, she tiptoed all the way out to it, and he's going to see, oh man, those roaches are there. He's also taking out this third with these roaches, but there's more roaches over there. So I think Yogo might have thought, oh man, I'm splitting the army. This is awesome. I can take it. Nope, didn't split the army. He instead decided to stay right there, just send a small little amount. And here we see Overseer being researched for or being morphed for Elroy, which is a really good thing, because Yogo is going to utilize that burrow that he does have. Level 2 missile attack on the way for Yogo as well, and level 1 carapace coming up from Elroy. The Galil Route Constitution finally finished there for Elroy. Yogo's has been done for quite a while now, and as we can see, everything is cleaned up. The Overseer's seen those burrowed roaches. It's one thing to have gratuitous amounts of acid spit on you and then melt to death, but do it while you're like buried alive. Man, Zerg die in horrible ways. And as we see here, Yogo just going to burrow, heal up his roaches. It's interesting because the pro games that I've been watching through tournaments and streams and stuff with ZVZ, I haven't been seeing this style, which is kind of the main style, I feel. Actually, I'm gonna retract that because I don't really watch much Zerg streams anymore. As you see here, the engagement coming up, that hatchery went down inspontaneous there for Elroy, and Yogo's gonna just quickly remake that. Groove Spine's coming up there, as well as 10 roaches for Elroy. So tech-wise, he's getting in the lead. He's starting to get into those Hydralisks that their DPS will just be crazy. He'll also be able to deny Yogo scouting with the Overlords. So yeah, I love the composition of Roach and Hydralisk. I mainly like it in ZVZ as well as PvP. It's really good. I love Hydras. They're so freaking cool. Just because, you have that tanky unit, the Roach, and then you have that high DPS unit in the back, the Hydra. And by the looks of it, Yogo, realizing that he did not get a good engagement there. He had a good concave, but then he decided to retreat, and now Elroy is just chasing him down. The roaches are both the same speed, and those 3 roaches kind of getting a little ahead of themselves. Only one is gonna only one is gonna die, so these 2 are gonna live to tell the tale. They lost their best friend back there to the evil swarm of one of the brood mothers. That's the Heart of the Swarm campaign right there. And these 2 roaches, what are they doing? They're like, oh, hey, Mom, look at me. Now, Hydralis Den, just about to finish here for Yogo. Where is it? I don't know why I have like this obsession with finding the buildings when they're being built. But right there is the Hydra Den. Groove spines being made, and we have 9 Hydras on their way for Yogo. But how much Hydras do we have for Elroye? We actually have no Hydralis. Interesting. He's making 4 right now. I thought he would have been making Hydras while researching that Groove spine. He's also doing level 2 missile attack, which of course we know Yoga already has. Yogo, I said Yoga. Yogo already has, and he's getting that level 1 carapace. So these Hydras, they're going to be pretty freaking scary once engaged, because they're going to have their armor as well as their DPS and range. But it looks like the range isn't going to be finished up, but a lot of Hydras here coming in, going in for the nice tight hug. But unfortunately, this is not going to work when there's this amount of Hydras in the army, and Elroy is just like, well, man, well, crap. That is a lot of Hydras he has there. Overlord does die, and that Overlord is not too long for this world either. So Elroy is going to retreat back to his base. He has 12 roaches being made, as well as a handful of Hydralis. So he's not making as much Hydralis as Yogo. I think that's just because, well, they both have the same amount of gas. I'm not too sure whether they're all being mined or not. Yeah, all the gas is, no, this gas just being established, and Elroy's been mining from this one for a bit, so you know that more gas for Yogo is going to give him that ability to make a lot more Hydralisks, which is exactly what he needs right now. And just, God, look, they're so freaking cool. Hydralisks, man, they're going to suck in Heart of the Swarm, because they're going to be faster in Heart of the Swarm off creep. So it's just like, oh crap. Like, I have a hard time dealing with Hydras as much as well, I don't anymore, because I switched to Terran from Protoss. I was Protoss, and I was just like, PvZ, he's going to go for Hydralisks. And I used to be cocky about it too, just like, he went for Hydralis, I'm just going to make a Colossus, and then the Hydras are in my base before the Colossus. I'm like, oh crap. And I lost. But anyway, here we have the engagement coming. Unfortunately, the Hydras are in the front, so they're all going to go down almost instantly for Elroy, and Yogo keeping his army composition in the right formation with the Hydras in the back and the Roaches in the front, acting as the meat shield of the Hydras. But now the Hydras are going to kind of be a little more exposed, microing his Hydras back. That's just great control there from Yogo. And as you can see here, just more Hydras than Roaches at this point for Yogo, and that's never really good for the enemy army when they have more Hydras than your Roaches. And looks like, you know, the Roaches are still going down, 9 on their way, but the Hydras are just, it doesn't even matter if the Roaches are going down. There's so many Hydras here, they are going to be able to clean up the Roaches. Actually, I'm not quite sure about that now, because there are quite a bit of Roaches there against Hydras. But anyway, Elroy does GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this matchup as much as I enjoyed casting it. It's always fun when you get a nice long ZVZ. It's so much better than those, well, it's pretty crazy when you see those like bling bling all-ins, like right at the beginning of the game. But you know, this kind of game, because I freaking love Hydralis. They're so cool. It just, this is the kind of games that I want to see. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this game, you'll see more games like these on my channel if you do subscribe. So please subscribe to me. My name is Nerdcraft. You can also follow me. My channel is Nerdcraft FTW. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I kind of like botched my usual ending. But if you also feel like you may follow me on Twitter, I am at nerd_craft. And you just get updates as to when I'm casting, when I'm going to be putting videos up. Also when I go live, because I do stream my ladder matches. They're not that impressive. I'm only silver. I'm sorry guys, I'm not that great. But I do have a deep understanding of the game, so if I screw up, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is what I did. And I usually do that on the weekends just because of school. And anyway, yeah, my name is Nerdcraft. That's it. I am out.